I decided that while I answer this questionnaire that I found online, I'm going to add these stickers onto my sketchbook. So far I put this one, which is like a cat superhero. I got the stickers like 2 years ago and I just never did anything about it. So I found this questionnaire. It's 52 important mental health questions to ask yourself, but I'm not going to answer all 52 questions because we would be probably here for a while. So I'll just try my best to answer as many as I can. What were the best experience you had this year? Probably the best experience that I had this year was teaching the summer art high school program at the museum. You know, when it comes to teaching, you just don't know what to expect. Oh my god, these stickers taking forever. And so the fact that it turned out really well and these kids are just so enthusiastic and they're so gifted and talented, it just became worthwhile. When were you the most happy? So all these answers are revolving 2017. The most happy I was this year was probably, it's bittersweet. It's probably, you know, when I get to leave home and when I get to come back home. Because when I leave home, I'm just like so excited to see new things and experience what else is out there. And then when I know I'm coming home, I'm also happy because I just miss my bed and just being home. What people, situations, or events cause you to feel sad or depressed? I'm not gonna go through people, but situations that made me sad or depressed are probably times when I just felt really uncomfortable and I felt unwanted, and I just, you know, anyone I feel like would, if they ever felt those emotions, like you would feel sad or depressed. So those were probably most of the time when I would feel that way. What are the most important things you made happen this year? Important things that happened to me this year would probably be just the fact that I was able to keep up with my promises. There were many times I doubted myself because I thought I wouldn't be able to make things happen, like flying out my best friend and my mom out to Europe, or being able to, you know, make ends meet and fly, you know, to North Carolina, for example. But in the end of the day, it all worked out in the end. So activities led to new relationships, partnerships, or opportunities. I feel like everything that I've done always led to new opportunities or meeting new people. And that's just how it is. Measure if time spent was worthwhile. So the thing with me, if you really know me the way how my close friends do, I don't like wasting my time. So definitely everything that I do, I make sure that it's worthwhile. And if it wasn't worthwhile, then I would probably be really upset. Hard for me to figure out what sticker to put. They're like so cute, but then I don't know if I want to put it on my sketchbook. This is a cat with a soup. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. What positive changes did you make this year? Positive changes. Positive changes would probably be being able to, you know, be patient, a little bit more patient. Also to be a little bit more selfish, and in a good way where it's like I'm taking care of myself and just being more aware of my surroundings. Taking it easy, because it's also hard for me to take a break. Let's see, next question. What did you do to support your emotional well-being? What helped me the most was listening to a lot of self-help apps, like meditating apps. Journaling helps me a lot every day. If I don't journal, I kind of like lose my mind. So I always bring a book with me, a notebook with me if ever, just so I could jot down my thoughts. I read books. I listen to a lot of interviews. I talk to my friends and family. You know, when I do see my psychiatrist, I do. He always, you know, asks how I'm doing and what's going on and gives advice. I don't have a therapist right now still, so still don't have that person that I can talk to on a regular daily basis, but it's okay. Still keeping it together. What made you cry the hardest this year? So these questions are definitely not all positive, but just a long story short, what made me cry the hardest this year was probably the night of a wedding, where I just really lost it and I cried my eyes out in the bathroom, just really miserable, because it's like I was wanting to be happy. I really wanted to be happy that day, and I just wasn't happy, and I just really felt really upset with myself, and just the fact that depression is something like people think like you could just get over, and you know, and it's like you have this little hope thinking medication would help too, but honestly it's just like this dark cloud that hovers over you, and you don't know when it's gonna strike, and when it does, it's really hard to get yourself out of that situation. What made you laugh the hardest? I don't know, but I remember when I was teaching or mentoring in the summer, there was one day where I laughed really hard, and everyone was looking at me really funny because they thought I was crazy, and I was just like, no, like I really sincerely haven't laughed that much in a long time, and it just really made me feel good. What are you most grateful for as this year draws to a close? I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that I've had this year, all the people that I've met. The fact that I'm still here today, it definitely means a lot, because like it sucks, you know, sometimes to tell yourself, like to think the idea of what happened, what if like you weren't here, you know, and to just keep being strong, and you know, every day is better. It's better to have a day than no day, I guess. Who were the people who positively impact your mental health? To be honest, like there was a lot of people that helped, you know, from friends that I haven't heard from a long time, and then there's people that I talk to on a regular basis, and all those people, I can't even just name a few. Like really, there are a lot of random people that I can honestly thank for being there and not shunning me. And you know, another person that I really want to thank is like my mom, because you know, it was very hard for her to accept what's going on, and you know, growing up in a Filipino family, it's like you're kind of like looked down upon, you know, unfortunately, to if you have mental health problems, because they think you're psycho, and you know, I don't know. And so the fact that my mom actually took it really well afterwards, it means a lot, because she became more aware of what's going on, and she's not just, you know, just oblivious to it. What did you accomplish this year that you're proud of? I'm proud of the fact that I had the courage to be brave enough to explain what's going on with me. It's been something that I've been shouldering for a long time, and I just never thought I would see the day where I would just say, hey, like, you know what, this is how I feel, and I'm not gonna hold it in anymore. What were you most afraid of this year? I think I was really afraid of the fact that people wouldn't accept me for who I am, And I think that's my biggest regret, is to let that thought happen, like, you know, instill in my brain. Because, you know, for someone who, like, I know myself very well, and for me to think that I had to change for people to like me, you know, it's just dumb. And I know, like, I had good intentions in trying to impress and stuff like that, but in the end of the day, you can hold up a front for so long, and yeah, I just lost it. And this is why I am here where I am today. Be yourself and don't change, even if you want to seem like you're in a better light for some apparent reason. Just be yourself, because it's gonna catch up to you. What did you wish you'd spend more time doing this year? I think it's what I'm doing right now, just trying to take it easy. I feel like, you know, for the past few years I had to grow up and mature faster because of all the encounters and life events I've experienced, and so now I finally get to focus on myself and not, you know, be so occupied being a workaholic all the time. What made you the angriest this year? Another long story short, I was just very fed up and frustrated with people who, you know, just didn't acknowledge me. And if they did, and if it wasn't a negative way, I was fucking upset. And I was really angry. Biggest risk you took? The biggest risk, I think, was two things. To be in a long distance relationship and to go to Paris. How many days on average per week did you intentionally think about your mental health? Honestly, every day. There's not a day that I don't think about my mental health. On average per week, did you avoid people or duties? I don't avoid, but I just tell myself if I know I can't do it, I don't say I can do it anymore. Did you fall in love this year? Yes. Did your heart break this year? Yes. Who did you rely on the most? A lot of people. I can't even just name one person. If you could go back or give yourself a single piece of advice on the first day of the year, what would it be? To be yourself, nobody else, and take it easy. And it's okay to not be okay. I think that's one thing that a lot of people, it's hard for them to realize, that it's okay to not be okay, because I think others make you feel that for whatever reason that it's not, it's like, it's not a good thing, like if you're not always 100%, but it's okay to be 100%, because you'll figure out a way to find the light. And last two questions. What's the most important thing you learned about your mental health this year? Pretty much the same thing. It's okay to not be okay. What do you hope will be different for you by this time next year? Hopefully next year I'll be a bit happier. I never considered myself someone who'll be 100% happy, and kudos to the people who ever do experience that. I always feel like I'm always like 90% happy. Never, and I'm just content. I'm never like extremely happy, but it would be nice to just still continue this journey and just always just think positive and to be strong and to just not lose it. It's hard because like you just never know. Like I said, like today I could be really like okay, and then tomorrow I could, or even like tonight, I could feel really bad and feel like I hate myself. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just added these stickers here on my sketchbook, but yeah, I guess stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but these are the sketches that are in my current sketchbook right now. I don't know who this girl is. I honestly feel like she looks like the She-Hulk or something. Is there anything? No, there's another one. There you go. Yeah, so today I'm going to start working on another one, and hopefully you will see it tomorrow. Okay, till then.